Yo, how's it going? I hope everybody is doing well today. Just getting set up. Sharing this out. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? Okay, buddy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just getting set up here. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just getting set up here. Ugh. It's this Lalo. This is not an advertisement. It's like this kava drink. Lalo. Plant-powered social tonic. I usually try to avoid sugar in general, but this is one of the sugary drinks I'm willing to drink. Filtered water, cane sugar, citric acid, stevia, as well as fruit and vegetable juice. Before we fully get started. I'm gonna be letting a few people actually get in here. I don't want to just jump the gun at 1:45, right? And if you heard an echo, my bad. Should be good now. How are you guys liking the music? Yeah. I could tell that there was probably an echo. I had to fix it real quick. I could tell exactly that there was an echo. Should be good now. We have a couple of people starting to pull through. I'm going to be starting very quickly at about 1:50. But nonetheless, how's the day on your guys' end? Whether it be on YouTube, preferably on Box, or Twitch. I did have to pick Saturn out real quick. Give me one moment. Making sure that she's all good as well. Hey, Saturn. I'm going to be taking her out to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Ugh. All right. We're probably all feeling good now. I'm happy she only had to pee. I took her out for a shit earlier, but sometimes she can tease me and she actually needs to, take another boom boom. Now, as we get started here, let's get it. I'm probably going to be going, I'm going to be live here until around, it's very likely to be around 4:30 Central Time. If we're talking about Eastern Time, I will be done around 5 or 5:30. And if you want to go all the way to California, Pacific Time, I will be done with this broadcast around, let's see if I got my times right. 3:30. 3 to 3:30 p.m. So, let's get to it. I'm glad that you guys could be here today. What we are going to be doing, let me share my screen here. But before we actually get to it, I want to make sure that actually, make sure everyone's doing well. How's it going, everyone? Hope you can join us, and I'm happy that you can join us. Whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube, again, preferably Box. I really do hope everyone's doing well today. Today in Fargo, North Dakota, where I'm located at, it is about 50 degrees, but there is an overcast. It is cloudy. People don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Whenever it's cloudy here, I know it's probably going to be a bit of a colder day. It's very easy for clouds to congregate within the upper Midwest due to where we're positioned. But nonetheless, it's another exciting day to look into the box. It's another good day to think outside the box. And it's another good day to build on top of the box. If you are new here, or this is your first broadcast, this is the first time you're actually experiencing a box broadcast experience, well, I'm going to let you know this. Box is a Web3 social media platform, as well as a publication platform. And we are dedicated to finance, cryptocurrencies, geopolitics, socioeconomics, and psychology, etc., etc. The things that actually make the world go round. There's a lot of BS out there that have no reason to exist. It is a sad truth. There are companies, there are organizations, and there are communities that actually do not make the world a better place. With Box, you're able to actually look at things frankly, not only within the scope of the Western world, but also within the scope of the global South and the globe in general. We are here today to build a community and to help you have the knowledge to know what's coming next. Join us into the new world, because you already know it's here. If you are not a box user yet, I highly encourage that you do sign up. And if you're curious of how to sign up, let me share my screen here. One moment. I have to refresh a few things. We actually have to. Why is it frozen on the screen? I do appreciate the patience with everyone here, because I'm still trying to get good at this. Okay. It's that good old refresh, and then I have to refresh it on this. Huh. Not changing the screen. Anybody in the chat know exactly what I need to do? I can see you fix your username so it doesn't cover up the box logo. Yeah, right? Step by step, Chris. Step by step. Isaiah, appreciate you being here. Let's see. Step by step as we. Why is the screen frozen? Do I have to? You guys are gonna experience some muted noise. You're just gonna hear my voice. Sometimes, whenever I have to deal with these things, I do like to give a boring or fun story. Would you guys like a boring or fun story? I can give a scary story, but Halloween's over. One for boring and one for fun. It's 2024. Let's do a fun story. This is a personal story. It is in regards to. There was a time, it was only over the past 2 weeks. I've been in the process of improving the training with Saturn. So this is not only a fun story, it's a pet story. Before I start the story, let me do something. Do I need to refresh? I will be. Give me about 30 seconds here. Woof. Okay. New tab. What? I'm starting to feel like I need 3 screens. 2 screens seems to not be enough. Woof. Oh, we are good. We are good. My goodness. Want to know what's so amazing about all this stuff? Is that I'm used to being a developer. I know how to market a few different things here. Nah, Chris. We are not restarting the software. The only software that needed to be restarted was Google Chrome because it was literally just frozen on that. You almost had me. I'll tell you something. If I were to restart everything, things would have to be started from zero. I'm I'm starting to figure out that it looks like that there is a 15 to 30-minute buffer time for me to make sure that everything is going well. There's a lot of different softwares that I'm running at the same time right now. I love the suggestion, but you're wrong, okay? You're wrong on that one. Well, technically Google Chrome is a software, so you were right on that front. But you were incorrect on. Am I just assuming what I think that you were thinking? No, I'm using StreamYard, not. I did not need to restart the stream. I just needed to restart a specific software, and that was Google, because now you can actually see me type. I wanted to share my screen and make sure that you can also see this, because there's a few things that we need to be able to talk about before we start building together, okay? What is the first thing that we are going to be talking about? The first thing that we are going to be talking about is
there is a massive
this. We're also going to be talking about the Federal Reserve today. Do you? This was yesterday, and there are a couple people that I do not. Nah, you're good, Chris. You're good. There are a couple people that have made a negative impact when it comes to the economy. Gary Gensler, Jerome Powell, Joe Biden. Etc. etc. We're also going to be talking just a little bit of a fun thing when it comes down to sociology, psychology, and making sure that everybody is doing well. Because
did you know that?
Before we start building, we will go through this, okay? It's just a little bit of a fun thing. And quite honestly, I may actually do 2 videos from her. Technically, we are at the cusp of leaving this current depression that we are in. People don't understand what an economic recession slash depression is because a lot of people like to lie when it comes to the media. I try not to lie. Sometimes I will lie to you, just a heads up. But today is not the day. Today is not the day I will lie to you. And if I'm going to lie to you, I'll be very honest. I'm lying to you. It's a very, very different experience whenever it comes down to a box broadcast. Yeah. It's wild, right? Oh, don't you love propaganda? And by the way, let me know if you guys want to know one of my first tips when it comes to how propaganda works within the US economy and the US ecosystem, okay? All you have to do
There's
is
a
ask.
massive game-changing
It takes one person to ask before I start to actually answer. If no one asks, I won't answer. Sounds good. All right. So, first thing that we are going to be looking into is Crypto Casey is a very, very valuable person to look into when it comes down to the crypto space. Let's hear. Well, listen. Okay, K buddy, listen. I will go into how propaganda works slowly but surely after I get through what I'm trying to what I'm trying to explain here. Let's be patient, okay? Like hold let's hold our horses here. Let's hold our horses.
Web3 financial platform under the radar that rivals both traditional bank accounts and cryptocurrency exchanges, we are going to explore together. One of the best all-around solutions for buying, selling, trading, storing, investing, and managing digital assets in the crypto industry that most of us has never heard of. And here's why we all need to start paying close attention. Here's the deal. It's only a matter of time before people start understanding the value of crypto as the traditional financial system begins to actively prevent us from escaping the inevitable sovereign debt spiral that will lead to the eventual failure of fiat currencies. Governments, global elites, in the cartel of
Oh, look at all these old people. Oof. Don't you love how we've elected a record high of a new president on our end? I'm very excited. Again, I will always say this. This is going to be the last boomer that decides to take a boom in the bed. I'm excited for Trump to be the last person to take a shit in the bed.
Private central banks have been carrying out an orchestrated, systematic destruction
then we can
of
start
smaller
to
and medium-sized.
Because then we can start to fix these things. Well, we're already starting to fix these things. It's just so obvious. These old people have no interest in going to the grave without some sort of shit that they leave behind.
Banks in order to consolidate power among the largest banks like JP Morgan and private central banks like the Federal Reserve, all in order to roll out a central bank digital currency programmed with a social credit system to completely control the flow of money between people, businesses, and financial instruments like stocks, bonds, and ETFs. The crypto crackdown facet of the government and private central banks' overall plan is known as Operation Choke Point 2.0, where they essentially choke out all points of access to crypto. And it's in full swing. The Federal Reserve took enforcement action against Customers Bank, re digital assets. And US Fed slapped United Texas Bank with a cease and desist order for servicing crypto firms.
Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's go back. The Federal Reserve. On a rate of 1 to 10, how illegal is the Federal Reserve according to the Constitution? This is a bit of a pop quiz. How illegal is it? In your opinion, how illegal we need for Box to show up at the top of the Google search? 100? 1 to 10 and you say 100? My goodness. You know what? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm a Oh my gosh. This is I'll let you guys discuss with yourself. Again 100 100 100. What? What? Now, is it a good idea to get rid of the Federal Reserve? I will let you guys think about this, okay? I don't even know if you can hear what I'm playing right now. Hello, Curly. The Federal Reserve should be banned. True or false? The Federal Reserve is illegal. It's a gang. It's not supposed to be there. They should all be fired. Unintended consequences. Hold on. I just got some food at the door. Give me one moment. I went to grab some food. I ordered something. Give me a second. I do primarily focus on a carnivore diet, so it's literally just some steak. But if we do get back to it here, when it comes down to the Federal Reserve, yes. It is unconstitutional. It's so obviously unconstitutional. Chinese Indian steak? I don't know if steak qualifies for any sort of nationality. I literally just if you guys are familiar with like Famous Dave's, they can have like beef brisket, you know. Steak yummy, yeah. I have found that when it comes down to our current American diet, you went to school with the Famous Dave. All right, hold on. I'm getting All right, I'm getting locked here. Let's get back to it. I do agree that when it comes down to the Federal Reserve, yes, it is completely illegal. The way that it's structured, it's not federal. No No one elected. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm still going down a rabbit hole with you guys now. We'll also watch this.
You know what? For that,
No one elected. You see? Do you see this man right here? Did you elect him? No one elected Kamala. No one oh, this is gonna be a good conversation. Oh, I'm gonna slow down. Let's get back to it.
United Texas Bank with a cease and desist order for servicing crypto firms. This will continue. More and more banks with crypto clients that serve the crypto industry will be shut down and acquired by big banks and financial institutions like JP Morgan and BlackRock. Because ultimately, they want the only legal way to custody digital assets to be through them, mainly via ETFs, forcing us to basically only have price exposure to crypto, not 100% completely controlling or owning it, not being able to convert it, transfer it, or use it, all while forcing us to pay them a fee to look at the price of our crypto and our portfolio on their website. Lame. In the meantime, as we get closer and closer to the inevitable, crypto becoming a global mainstream asset that revolutionizes the financial industry at large, and as governments continue to shut down exits from their corrupt, authoritarian, failing system, what could potentially be our saving grace that carries us through these tumultuous times? Think about this. If all banks that service crypto clients were shut down, could big players in the crypto industry, like Coinbase for example, decide to pioneer a new generation of banking? One that doesn't...
Now, I understand the question that she just asked. And this is a very unfortunate truth. As of recently, I believe it is on November, Coinbase. I used to have a lot of my banking go through Coinbase. Coinbase direct deposit ending. They ended, this was 26 days ago, by the way. They are currently in the process of ending direct deposits with Coinbase. I used to directly, whenever I received any sort of like payment and it was supposed to be directly to my bank account, I funneled it through Coinbase so I'd actually get paid in Bitcoin. Just in case you did not know. I was taking advantage of the situation, but for the fact that they actually were not able to fight that, and we were in a situation that I can't even get paid in Bitcoin anymore. Congress created the Fed and they can remove it. Curly. Here's the thing. You are completely correct when I say this. When I say this, and I agree with you, you're completely correct. However, this is one of the most unique moments in history that we seem to have a party that's completely able to make decisions. The issues that we have experienced over the past few decades, even before I was born, from what I understand, within the US Congress, is that it would always be split. There would always be a system in which one party wants one thing and another party wants another thing, and it would always be evenly split, so nothing happens. The only changes that can happen were very marginal. Now, because we are no longer in a situation that marginal changes are at play, now it's just going to be dramatic changes, It just comes down to, do we truly trust who's in charge? Do we truly trust who the American people have elected? Thomas Jefferson had said this before. The government is not who the people elect, it's who they deserve. Trump won the popular vote on top of Trump winning the Electoral College. If you say this is the Conservative Party / Republican Party that's in charge, I would disagree. It's not that, because quite honestly, I don't even know if we're speaking the same language. Where we're at today is that the party is more so a new party. It's a Trump party. It's the Trump party. We are Americans. We love our TV. Since Reagan, we proved it. We love our TV. We love our entertainment. And we love our media. The things that America truly does manufacture is consent, violence, and entertainment. We don't make anything else. We export culture. That is a very important thing to understand. We export culture. We do not export anything else. That is why we go to China. That is why we go to Taiwan. That is why we go to even Russia to acquire certain materials in order to build the things that we want to build. We export culture, the way that we want people to behave. And then there's violence, the military complex, military and industrial complex, but et cetera, et cetera. When it comes to just firing people, it's not that easy, because we've created a system in which if I have a gun and you have a gun, it just comes down to how many guns are willing to shoot you down to justify my position. That's America in a nutshell. Now, let's get back to it. Coinbase support. Why did Coinbase end direct deposit? Is there some sort of legal or larger issue? Coinbase support responded, "Thanks for reaching out to us. Coinbase has made the decision to wind down the Coinbase Paycheck direct deposit feature as we focus on innovating with our payments." They're obviously using empty language here. With our payments and providing our customers the best product experience. They did make it worse. Paycheck direct deposit is a feature that enables Coinbase customers to allocate part or all of their paycheck to being paid out in crypto. It's no longer the case. Part of this transformation is focused on seamlessly connecting off-chain and on-chain experiences. That is a lie. We are excited to, they are not excited. We are excited to announce that we will be rolling out Coinbase Wallet Direct Deposit in the coming months. It's going to take years to help bring you users bring their financial lives fully on chain, which is within the Western world slightly / heavily restricted. Never underestimate the power of the there are a couple people responsible that have made this the case, because it used to be easy. Maybe Trump can reverse this. The Trump administration, the Trump party, I'm not willing to call them conservatives. I'm not willing to call them Republicans, because quite honestly, where we're at today, the Republican Party makes Mitt Romney look like a Democrat. Take that how you may. Please let us know if you have further questions. Do you know how empty this statement is? Why? He asked This person literally just asked why. It is the MAGA party. This person, yeah, it is the MAGA party. This person literally just asked why. And they said for reasons. Can you guys tell me why? I literally just explained it. Can you guys tell me why? From the response, even this, the real, what a crappy canned corporal response. Nothing was learned and nothing was understood. And the truth is, the SEC made you end this service. Welcome to America, guys. And yes, this guy, and who else needs to be fired? Who else needs to be fired? This is why I don't like Joe Biden. He never fired anybody, even if they were elected by Trump. Crazy. Nominated by Trump. Let's go to. This is probably a cursed name. This guy and this guy. Gary Gensler can't even.
Bitcoin hits a new all-time high of 77,000.
SEC Gary Gensler told to resign ASAP. Bitcoin hit all-time high. This guy needs to get out of there. I don't want him to die, but if his ego wants him to stay there, maybe he just should no longer exist as a person because he's not a good person. All right, let's get back to it.
Doesn't need the Federal Reserve to grant them a banking charter, one that is 100% crypto-based, connected directly to open, decentralized, transparent, immutable, global, blockchain-based networks. One that no single person, government, corporation, entity, or authority controls, where there is no need to connect to the closed, corrupt, failing, fiat-based traditional banking system. One where their clients can safely custody their digital assets on-chain, borrow and lend on-chain, get paid their salary and commissions on-chain, pay their bills or do peer-to-peer transactions on-chain, and facilitate any crypto-based financial transaction or service right on the blockchain, all without the need for third-party merchants like Visa, Stripe, MasterCard, or the Federal Reserve, SWIFT, or the cartel of international private banks. What we need now more than ever is a movement towards a new generation of banking that doesn't need to connect to old legacy financial systems that have been politicized, weaponized.
Speaking of subscribing, you should subscribe to them, her, and me, whether it be via Twitch, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, or I swear to God, if you do not have a Box account, you are literally just missing out. That's it. You're just missing out.
And rigged. We need a new crypto-based Web3 financial system that doesn't touch fiat, SWIFT, or any of the old payment rails at all. And what's amazing is it's possible. And the first steps towards that future have already been taken recently by a longtime trusted name in the crypto industry I've been using for over 5 years now. On the channel, we always discuss the importance of having accounts with multiple crypto exchanges, so we have more freedom to transact and options to trade when the market gets crazy. And what's really interesting is this isn't just another crypto exchange. It is much, much more, and is a powerful addition to our crypto platform arsenal.
God bless
and as crazy
America.
as it sounds, may present us with a
What's up,
safer
girly?
option for
I'm so
storing
happy
our
to
money,
hear that.
our fiat currencies, than traditional bank accounts. You gotta see this. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and in this video, we are going to explore how Uphold, a Web3 financial platform that is rivaling cryptocurrency exchanges, traditional banking services and practices, drastically changing the game, and proving this concept of next-gen banking is upon us. Let's hit it. In the current legacy financial system, everything is separate,
I'm not going to
fractured,
be
and clunky.
watching this
Storing
whole
our
video,
money
by the way.
versus investing our money, whether it's stocks or different fiat currencies or gold or crypto, which they are trying to cut us off from. Every aspect of managing our money requires separate financial accounts, which can take several hours, days, or weeks in some cases to set up, with a lot of rules, restrictions, and caveats. And they don't even have that many features. Now, luckily for us, there are 10 brilliant ways Uphold revolutionizes the way we manage and
After she
interact with our
explains it,
finances
I'm
and
gonna
digital
leave.
assets that shows the power of a new,
I wanted you guys
inclusive,
to know about
more
this.
streamlined, and simple financial system with so many interesting, useful features that it puts both traditional banks and crypto exchanges to shame. Be sure to scroll down and use link below to access Uphold's correct and official site to sign up and redeem any special offers they have for us. And now, let's check them out. Bank accounts versus Uphold platform. When we put our money in a traditional bank account, the bank doesn't actually keep it there. It becomes a liability on their balance sheet, which is basically a bank having an IOU for us whenever we want to use our money. So when we give them our money, they lend it out to someone else and collect interest payments on it without our consent. Which is crazy when we think about the fact that even in savings accounts, we hardly get any interest on our own money we give them that they lend out. This is also part of the reason why it can take several business days for our money to transfer. And if they do offer any interest on our money, there are all sorts of restrictions and stipulations like a high minimum balance of $5,000, a minimum amount of deposits that must be met each month, a maximum amount of money they will pay interest on, dormant account fees. It's a racket. And if our particular bank even allows us to link to our crypto exchange, it takes several days and likely an explanation or two to transfer the funds to start investing. Then if we have to sell or liquidate any investments, it takes several more days and possibly an explanation.
Isn't that weird? I will always ask this question. Why is it easy for my money / assets to go from point A to point B with one institution, while it's easier to go from point A to point B with another institution? Please, oh please, oh please, guys. It is very important, especially within the Western world. I will be providing some Chinese news, Global South news, BRICS news, in regards to what is going on with our economic system very soon here. Because I'm going to be frank, I am jealous of their system.
To get it back to our bank account to use. And this is business as usual for banks for decades now, and we've been forced to deal with it until now. Check it out. Uphold is one of the first major crypto trading venues to introduce an FDIC-insured USD interest account, currently offering up to 4.9% APY, available now in the United States. The account is directly integrated into the Uphold app and eliminates the need to withdraw USD to a bank account to earn interest and receive the benefit of deposit insurance. The account provides access to FDIC
This is an
insurance up to
advertisement. I will,
$2.5
yes,
million.
this is an advertisement.
The USD
but
interest account on Uphold
if I'm
currently
going to
offers
be
4.9%
ethical about
APY on USD balances over $1,000 and 2%
showing you guys this
APY on balances
information, it's
under
fair.
$999 with a $1 minimum deposit. Earning interest begins upon deposit. No subscription, no lockups, no monthly fees. Funds can be moved instantly between the USD interest account and Uphold's crypto trading platform, providing you the flexibility to move in and out of crypto at any time with instant settlement.
I am in the
withdrawal funds
process of
at any
actually
time. Be sure to check
going
out
to be
Uphold's website
banking
for
with
the
these guys,
latest
by
and
the
most
way.
up-to-date high interest
But that
rates,
is my
as they'll
personal,
fluctuate from time to time. So scroll down and
that is
use
my
link below to
personal
access
opinion,
Uphold's
because when
correct
it
and
comes to
official
these
site
legacy
to sign
accounts,
up and
I've
create our new
always dealt
free
with issues
next
and they seem
generation
to be getting
Web3
worse,
financial
not
account
better.
today, because these features are next level. So here's the first major difference between banks and Uphold. It only takes a minute or so to set up. Super simple, much easier than a bank, surprise, surprise. And once we are signed up, we can download the Uphold app, log in, and from here we can see the option to open our USD interest account to start earning cash each month. Tap Start Earning, swipe through the information screens that tell us more details about the account, like how interest is accrued daily, paid monthly. And the second big difference between banks and Uphold is that our money is FDIC insured up to $2.5 million, which they split into separate bank accounts up to the traditional
Not 200.
$250K limit.
Yep.
Next,
So I used to work at a bank. This is when I was in college. I used to work at a bank, and I know exactly how banking works. That's also like so much of the. All right, I'm gonna go off the cuff. I'm gonna go off the cuff. I'm gonna have a few seconds here. I'm not. I'm gonna be hopping off of this. It does sound like crypto.com. You're right. You're right. But crypto.com did not have any like real viable backing when it comes down to federal and government banking. Um, crypto.com was really just going off of private interests. All right. So this I'm gonna have some fun here. Are you ready? So, okay. Listen. I am going to tell you something about when it comes down to the economic system within the United States in general, because this is still an advertisement that you and I have been experiencing right now. Yes, I will be using Uphold, but it is only because I cannot. I can't. 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 I can't use my efforts and labor to be able to acquire some sort of asset that I have the freedom to choose how it is managed. I don't know why people out here, I'm ranting, but I have to be very honest. I feel the freedom to rant here because I also know how to build a lot of these things. But technology means nothing. Technology means nothing without the right moral and spiritual compass that can actually elevate and raise the standard of living, the material conditions of the average person around the world. Because if you decide to exploit, right? If you decide to exploit technology in order to coerce people to behave in a certain way, guess what? You're a bastard. All right. And I'm done. Thank you. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
They will check for any conflicts, ask for our employment status, and when we agree to the terms and conditions, we're all set. Fast and easy. Sweet. The third amazing difference between banks and Uphold, most banks don't publicly list and update in real time.
I don't know. Like, Parsivalis, I read that and I know exactly what you're talking about. It really did make me feel something. Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Their balance sheets or assets and liabilities. And like we discussed earlier, banks don't even keep or hold our money for us.
We really do have
collect.
We really have to understand the new world we're going into. Okay.
Interest on it, and our money becomes a liability on their balance sheet, essentially an IOU to us. Now, with Uphold, not only are their assets and liabilities listed publicly for all of us to see and check out at any time, it's constantly updated in real time. And the best part? The fourth game-changing difference between banks and Uphold is our money is actually in our Uphold account. Uphold accounts are 100% reserved, meaning our money is at Uphold. It isn't lent out to someone. It's not a liability on Uphold's balance sheet. It's an asset, our asset, that they secure for us with complete transparency. Check it out. On Uphold's website, anyone at any time.
Wow, longest advertisement ever. Okay, we're gonna be leaving this video. Okay. Now, before we start building, because we're gonna be building from 3:15 till 4:30. Okay. What does that mean? the way that box is built, you guys have the ability to actually give input with how things are built. I will be showing you the roadmap, and I will also be letting you know, hey, you want something to be done in a different way? Let me know. However, if you're not subscribed, I will know. We will know. And if you want to actually join us into the new world here, I highly encourage you to subscribe.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving.
Nah, bro. Hold on. If we're going to watch that, let's actually. I highly encourage that you check out Clear Value Tax as well.
It's very important that you understand that Trump winning changes the Federal Reserve's master plan. And I'm warning you, today's video is just for entertainment purposes only, because you're going to see why. Because you're going to see Jay Powell speak. I'm going to give you the highlights, and everything he says is garbage. It's just meaningless. It's utterly
Very few, Parzi. Very few.
useless. I guarantee you're not going to learn anything today. It's just for entertainment. But it is very entertaining. I'll give him that. So we're going to start with this. So it's no secret that President-elect Trump does not like Jay Powell, chair of the Federal Reserve. So in this first video clip that I'm going to show you, it's only 15 seconds long. The reporter says that Trump has been critical of your performance. Any concerns? And Powell says that I'm not going to get into anything political today.
And just a quick follow-up, President-elect Trump has been critical of your performance. Any concern about his influence on the Fed's independence?
I'm not going to get into any of the political things here today, but thank you.
Now, I want to show you this next clip. So the question is, President-elect Trump's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to resign, would you go? So Powell, you're going to see he looks so pissed, and he says no.
Hi, Victoria Guido with Politico. Some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
Can you follow up on
Do you know how empty this man is? Do you know how sad this man is? Can't even give a meaningful response.
do you think that legally you're not required to leave?
No.
Now, I want to show you this next video clip. It is like throwing gasoline onto a fire. The question is, do you believe that the president has the power to fire you or to demote you? And Powell says, he looks so upset, he says, not permitted under the law. Not what? Not permitted under the law. So you're going to see what I'm talking about.
I guess the other question is, to follow up on Victoria's question, do you believe the president has the power to fire or demote you, and has the Fed determined the legality of a president demoting at will any of the other governors with leadership positions?
Not permitted under the law.
Not what?
Not permitted under the law.
Thank you.
Okay, now that we got those, humorous clips out of the way, we're going to switch over to Powell.
It's funny, but I'm not laughing, and no one's laughing.
Pleading the Fifth Amendment. So you're going to see.
Again, it's humorous. No one's laughing, though. Do you ever understand, like, whenever something's funny, but you don't laugh? You understand it's funny, but it's not. You're not willing to laugh? You don't. I think it's usually just kind of like the feeling of like when you see something is actually outwardly stupid.
What I'm talking about. So the Federal Reserve gave their projections. This is back at the September meeting. They gave their projections on how much that they would cut interest rates in 2024 and in 2025. So the question is, are those projections still valid? So you got to read between the lines. The reason why they're asking this is because what I told you yesterday. It's because Trump won, and then the Federal Reserve has to change their plans. So that's why they're asking, are those still valid? And Powell pleads the fifth. I wouldn't want to comment. So take a look.
If I could follow up, is the September SEP, are those rate projections still valid?
I'm going to be grabbing my food here.
Relevant given where we are now.
I'm just going to starting to get peckish here.
You get halfway through the cycle between the last set and the next set. I wouldn't want to comment one way or the other. People are. Let's talk about the data we've gotten since the last meeting.
Now, in this clip, so the question is, in September, you projected 4 interest rate cuts in 2025. Has that shifted? Because Trump won. And Powell pleads the fifth. He says, well, we didn't make any projections today, so I can't give you any projections for 2025.
Gina Smilik from the New York Times. Thanks for taking our questions, Chair Powell. When it comes to December, what will you be looking at specifically as you try to make that decision? And then as of the Fed's economic projections in September, you had written down 4 quarter-point interest rate cuts in 2025. Do you still think that those are likely? Is that sort of the baseline outlook at this point, or has that shifted? And if it shifted at all, can you give a little bit of detail as to why?
I can't. We don't fill out an SEP, and I can't characterize one that wasn't filled out today. So I can't really speak for kind of exactly where the committee is. I will just say for December, we're going to be, again, at every meeting, we're going to be looking at the incoming data and how that affects the outlook.
Okay, so you just saw that, and then the reporter follows up. She says, I understand that the Federal Reserve is not formally making any projections today, but what is your opinion on 4 interest rate cuts in 2025? And then Powell pleads the fifth.
And again, I can't really update you on the committee's thinking because we don't fill out an SEP at this meeting.
Yeah, totally appreciate that. I guess when it comes to your own thinking, do you think that a full percentage point of rate cuts in 2025 is a reasonable outlook?
Again, I'm going to wait. We're going to wait and see how things come in December. I mean, it's just.
Okay, now in these video clips that I'm about to show you, at least he says something. So you're going to see. The question is, how will the new administration affect the Federal Reserve's upcoming decisions? So Powell says that in the short term, it will not affect their decisions. But for 2025, Powell says that they don't know yet, and they don't want to speculate because they don't know the details of Trump's policies and the impact of those potential policies. But you know what? For that answer, I'll say that's fair enough. I mean, that's a decent answer.
Thank you. Given the expectation that the election outcome will produce policies that would meaningfully impact the U.S. economy next year, how is the committee taking these proposals into account for upcoming decisions, including potentially the next one in December? And can you give us any more sense of how proactive or reactive the Fed is prepared to be to changes in economic policies with the next administration?
Sure. So let me say that in the near term, the election will have no effects on our policy decisions. As you know, many things affect the economy, and anyone who writes down forecasts in their job will tell you that the economy is quite difficult to forecast looking out past the very near term. Here, we don't know what the timing and substance of any policy changes will be. We therefore don't know what the effects on the economy would be, specifically whether and to what extent those policies would matter for the achievement of our goal variables, maximum employment and price stability. We don't guess, we don't speculate, and we don't assume. Now, just in principle, it's possible that any administration's policies or policies put in place by Congress could have economic effects that over time that would matter for our pursuit of our dual mandate goals. So we, along with countless other factors, forecasts of those economic effects would be included in our models of the economy and would be taken into account through that channel.
Okay, now I want to show you this one. This is a question that we've all been asking here. The question is, okay, so there's so much positive economic data, right? The government reports that savings are up, GDP is strong, and the stock market is rising. So the question is, then why are you cutting interest rates? So Powell says that the economic data has been strong, but that the labor market has cooled, and they don't want any further cooling. And, well, he says, and that inflation has moved down a great deal, and it's on a sustainable path to 2%. So please take a look.
Thank you, Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. You mentioned the positive economic data that we've seen since the September meeting, including the revisions to things like savings, higher GDP growth. We saw a stock market jump yesterday. That's renewed some of the questions about why do many cuts at all in this with this backdrop.
So you're right. As I mentioned, and as you mentioned, the latest economic data have been strong, and that's, of course, a great thing and highly welcome. But of course, our mandate is maximum employment and price stability, and we think that even with today's cut, policy is still restrictive. We understand it's not possible to say precisely how restrictive, but we feel that it is still restrictive. And if you look at our goal variables, the labor market has cooled a great deal from its overheated state of 2 years ago and is now essentially in balance. It is continuing to cool, albeit at a modest rate. And we don't need further cooling, we don't think, to achieve our inflation mandate. So that's the labor market. Inflation has moved down a great deal from its highs of 2 years ago, and we judged, as I mentioned, that it's on a sustainable path back to 2%.
Now, this clip that I want to show you is for the people. So the question is, despite the strength of the economy, many Americans are still struggling. When will the average American expect relief? So Powell says that people are still feeling the effects of inflation, that prices haven't come back down, and wages will have to go up for people to feel better. But it's going to take more time for people to feel better. So take a look.
Hi, Chair Powell. Kelly O'Grady, CBS News. We just talked about what you've heard from business leaders on the economy, but many average Americans are still not feeling the strength of the economy in their wallets. So what's your message to them on when they might expect relief?
So you're right that we say the economy is performing well, and it is, but we also know that people are still feeling the effects of high prices, for example. And the world went through a global inflation shock, and inflation went up everywhere, and it stays with you because the price level doesn't come back down. So what that takes is, it takes some years of real wage gains for people to feel better. And that's what we're trying to create, and I think we're well on the road to creating that. Inflation has come way down, the economy is still strong here, wages are moving up, but at a sustainable level. So it's just, I think what needs to happen is happening, and for the most part has happened.
Now, I want to show you this last video clip. I thought that this was a good question. So the question is, would it be fair to get inflation even lower than the 2% target so that people can catch up? And Powell says no. Low inflation can be a problem. So this just shows, this is how I'm interpreting it, that the Federal Reserve will not support deflation. They're not going to support falling prices. The Federal Reserve will pump the economy, they'll pump the stock market, they'll rescue any banks, they'll rescue any sectors that need saving. So this is what I've been telling everybody, that we are in the making of the great melt-up. The Fed, they will cut interest rates, they will print. Prices are not going down.
Hi, Chair Powell. Jean Young with MNI Market News. I wanted to go back to a comment that you had made about Americans being quite unhappy about the cumulative price level rises over the past few years, even though now inflation is back on a path to 2%. Would it be appropriate for the Fed to undershoot for a while on its inflation goal under the average inflation targeting regime so people have a chance to catch up?
No, that's not the way our framework works. We're aiming for inflation at 2%. We did not think it would be appropriate to deliberately undershoot. And part of the problem there is that low inflation can be a problem too, in a way. But that's not part of our framework, and it's not something we're going to be looking at in our framework review.
Now, I just want to end with this. So speaking of the Great Melt-Up, I'm making that series. Episode 4 is going to be out next week. It's going to be the whole series will be about 7 episodes long. I wanted to get out this week, but I got caught up with the elections as well as this whole FOMC, the Federal Reserve information. So please subscribe. I thank you for the support, and I wish you a very nice day. Take care.
What's up, guys? It's Graham here, and you better be ready for what just happened. After record high stock prices, a slowing housing market, and a brand new presidential election, as of a few hours ago, the Federal Reserve made their decision again to cut interest rates another 20.
So, we are back here. Whenever I am still going to be doing a 5-minute break over at 3 o'clock. I will be playing music in the background. And then hopefully in the future, as we continue to build Box, I will be adding additional guests. And please drop into the chat if there are specific topics that you would like as well. Sorry, guys. I am trying to take care of a few errands here. I should be back on at 3:15, and then we're gonna actually be building live, and I will be giving an overview of the roadmap. Parsi, I did give an overview yesterday, but every broadcast I will be giving an overview of the roadmap as well as the current progress of where we're currently progressing. Okay?
25 basis points, officially marking the end of the most restrictive tightening cycle we've ever seen in history.
I want to be able to talk about. These are two other things that I would love to talk to you guys about, because this is more spiritual, psychology, and personal, because we don't always have to be talking about like finance, economics. Sometimes it's good to understand we are still all people out here, okay? And until then, I'll be putting on some background music here, because I'm currently cooking up something. I'll be back. Because I'm picking up on your leverage. It's not even just that specific thing. took me a minute. All right. Peace. All right, guys. I managed to grab food. I still need to get settled. I'm going to be pushing out another heads up to everybody to pull into our broadcast here. I need to use the bathroom. It's like this weird period. It's been taking a bit longer than I anticipated for me to get back to it. I do apologize. As we do approach the 2-hour mark, again, half-hour mark of 3:30 p.m. Central Time, I will be back very soon. Apologies for the delay. said, you should relate it to what I just said. You love it, you hate it. There's it's 4 o'clock, and I'm behind my computer once more. Hello, everybody. I am back. Okay, I'm going to be. Okay, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm not. Oof. We are now going to be slowly going into the building section, and I want us to all understand this. My bad. I had to take 2 calls that ended up being longer than anticipated. They were good calls. They were in respect to XRP. That's why I was like, oh. I did receive a request to go through the roadmap of where we're currently at. And then the next step that I will be doing. One moment. Is building with you guys. And we'll be closing this off within the next hour and a half, because this is the part where on my end, time usually flies very quickly. Our goal right now, from the feedback of the community, we want to get more people within the community. And we want to also connect the Box token. This morning, I was able to actually utilize XRP Scan to look at the different APIs, but there's a very high chance that I need to spend time alone developing this, because there's going to be a lot of tests, trial testing, etc., etc. But for now, this is what we're going to do, because there are a couple people that do want to enter our stream right now. I will be putting up another post, and I am going to be making / designing a new screen on Bubble. This screen is going to be enabling us to get more people within this community, because we do not want to just circle around with the community that we currently have existing. And we do not want to ignore people who've been here since day one. I have been logging an Excel sheet with everything that's been occurring thus far. And whether you know it or not, there are certain privileges that early adopters do have. And with that, I will pass. As they say, early bird gets the worm. Tell me more. On live? You want me to tell you? Okay, calm down. I'll tell you more after I get everything set up here for the next section. Okay? Because I'm very down to be frank. It literally is a very like straightforward thing. I'll tell you more in a moment, okay? Only because you ask. Now, to dial in, whenever it comes down to building, I want to have like a more spiritual moment, to have a more holistic moment of how we're actually going to be navigating the next things. Because to be honest, I do understand how watching me build something can be very boring unless you're involved. It can be very boring. But if you're involved, it's usually pretty damn fun because you have the ability to put something in chat and say, oh, do you want Box to be built like this? Or can this change? In real time, we're able to do that. When it comes to the mobile version of Box, over the next few quarters, there will also be a mobile app. So I'm trying my best here. I am really trying my best. It's not easy to try to optimize everything for everything, but I am going to be screenshotting exactly what you just said, Parsi. You're part of our Telegram, correct? Some people are part of our Telegram and some people are not. Are you part of our Telegram? See. Yeah, I've been making a notes of a lot of things within box whales, you know the term. But okay. Let us get into the mood for building. You can give some live feedback. And also, I'm going to be asking the community here. We are looking for a video editor. We truly are looking for a video editor. I can video edit myself, sure. But then things even slow down more. It's actually quite amazing that we've made it to this point. And as a developer, as a marketer, and a media person, entrepreneur, I can make these things happen, but it becomes unsustainable over time if I'm responsible for all these things. If you see any value, whether it be with yourself or somebody within your network, please, please, oh, please reach out. Because we do need support in order to continue progressing things forward the way that we are currently progressing things forward. A lot of the phone calls that I did just take was to get additional broadcasters and journalists to have a regular schedule to be able to give their thoughts and input on what's going on, not only for the information of themselves, their own community, but to distribute it via Box, which is a pretty big deal. Having more people actually, you know, as you can see here, you can see me. These are the early stages, but again, we're almost at the cusp. We're so close. We're so close. And with that, I'll pass. Let us just get into the mood before we start building, okay? CPR used to go through your butt. Fun things. This is all supposed to be fun. We're having a good time now. Before we build.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah, let's say it's like the late 18th century. You're swimming in the Thames River looking super cute, go off, but oh no, you're drowning. Fret not, a good Samaritan will pull your sexy little body out of the riv and carry you into a house fitted with medical equipment. There, they'd strip you of your fire fit, light a tobacco pipe, stick it up your butt, and literally blow smoke up your ass.
Okay. I mean, knowing you, this is real, but like, what?
This is science. Early methods of resuscitation began in the 1500s, ranging from whipping the unconscious person to rolling them over a barrel.
Makes sense.
Just in case you're confused, yes, CPR used to come through your butt.
Even just putting you on a horse.
Why?
Well, they'd run back and forth with like the little horse, hoping that it would make you breathe.
That actually sounds really cute. Like, I would go that way. I would die on a horse.
I would too. Sadly, the trotting horse method only lasted 3 years.
But a tobacco enema. Wow, okay. That was the thing. In the 18th century, science has come a long way.
Seriously, I mean, can you imagine? The Sandlot would have looked very different.
Oh my god, yeah, that kid pretending to be a drowning victim because he had the hots for the lifeguard. It would have been a very different scene.
There's no way you could pretend to be drowned when that goes.
Okay, wait, so like, why did doctors think that blowing smoke up someone's butt was gonna save them from drowning?
Well, they thought it would like warm up the victim and stimulate respiration. But it wasn't just exclusive to drowning victims. There were all of these like resuscitator kits to treat colds, headaches, respiratory failure, cholera, hernias, abdominal cramps. But that one is as long as you administered the butt smoke with feeding chicken broth by the mouth at the same time. Unfortunately, they didn't really realize that the person who was blowing the smoke into your butt could accidentally inhale the tobacco, and when they coughed from that tobacco, then they would get like infected diarrhea into their mouth and also die. Devo.
Well, I'm really glad I did not exist in the time period where if I was drowning, someone would have put a tobacco pipe up my ass.
Fun.
Fun. Science. Fun.
Look at you go, science. I hope you feel proud of yourself.
Is this you, science? This tobacco enema kit at every lifeguard station? Is that you? Is that you, science?
Ooh, wow. 200 years ago, you tried to put...
Okay. Whenever it comes down to consuming products through your ass, I highly recommend you do not.
It's smoke up my butt, you pervert.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Although you had a real glow up. Go off. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. So my daddy...
And no, we will not be going through the ad with that. And then we'll be facing the void here. History repeats itself, okay? And whenever it comes down to different economic conditions, the U.S. is actually getting better slowly but surely. However,
oh God, here I am again.
Welcome back.
There's a lot of people
Are you depressed too?
No, I'm
that have been feeling a lot of things in regards to the world around them. And I think it's very important that we do understand exactly where we're at. Things are going to get better. Before we start building, this is going to be the last video. Sometimes I like to be very frank and very blunt about the situation that we are in. I could give you cheap bullshit, but I'm not interested in doing so. So here we are. Let us talk about this.
actually the Void. I missed you last time. There were a lot of people here in 2020. I was making the rounds.
Wait, so the Void is... Oh God, here I am again.
Welcome back!
Who are you? Are you depressed too?
No, I'm actually the Void. I missed you last time. There were a lot of people here in 2020. I was making the rounds.
Wait, so the Void is a British man?
There is nothing we can't colonize. Space, time, and emotional state.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that, but the universe is a billiards game of balls made up of gas and rock, so, oh, okay, tracks.
Oh, according to my guest book, you're a regular. What's brought you back? Grief? Existentialism? A sad cat video? Oh. Thank you for yelling into the abyss. Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
Raiders, welcome and thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Anna, for that amazing raid.
Well, I don't know why I'm here. I feel empty and disconnected and hopeless.
In my experience, as the Void, depression doesn't have a cure. You can only manage it with lifestyle choices, healthy mindsets, connection. And yes, sometimes interventions like medication are necessary. Everyone's a little bit different, honestly. Some people find tremendous help in gratitude journals, others in exercising. Some can't make progress without a therapist to help them unlearn cognitive distortions.
Okay, but I do all of that. I exercise and I eat healthy and I journal. I do all the things, and I'm still here. I don't get it. Okay, I'm doing everything right.
Hey, okay. You don't have to beat yourself up for being here.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry about that. People look into me all the time. Sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't.
Hello! Oh my god, what is the point? What is the point of anything?
Listen, what I tell everyone in here is that it's temporary. All are welcome, but not forever. This is my house. You can crash on my couch, but there's a limit. And like crashing on a friend's couch, accept you're here, be my friend, and work on getting the fuck out of my house. Just a little bit every day. What do you say? Being in here doesn't have to be so bad.
Whoa!
I forgot I had them on hold. Be right with you!
Okay. Quite honestly, that kind of got deep right there. Because I was thinking about it. I have watched this before. And I am about to distribute a tweet to get more people onto our broadcasts. It's very important that you do focus on what speaks to your heart. Your sense of purpose helps you avoid looking at the void.
Thank you so much to Tim for being a part of the episodes today. And for those of you guys who didn't know, fun fact, Tim has actually edited like hundreds of episodes.
It was truly a joy and helped me stay on my feet sort of out here in LA. And I know that around the time that I had to stop
I'm actually going to play this.
editing for you to go work on the film, that I told you that, you know, working for you, working for this channel, sort of putting out mental health awareness content and all that stuff, like, you know, I think you put something really good out into the world.
Oh, thank you. Tim is not just an editor, he's also a director. He did the Fabletics commercial. Check out my butt.
Some would say my finest work.
I would say your finest work is your first feature, Me, Myself, and the Void. Like, I got to read the script and I've seen the film, and I think it's such an amazing piece that looks at men's mental health issues, which I don't think we talk about enough, particularly like the struggle with vulnerability and accountability and asking for help.
Yes, the movie, it tells the story of a struggling stand-up who finds himself trapped in, you guessed it, a mysterious void. His earthly body is lying face flat on his bathroom floor, and he has to figure out how he got there and whether he can wake himself up. I got to work with Chris and Jack, who are sketch comedians here on YouTube, Akila Hughes and Kelly Marie Tran, and it's available to stream right now. It would really mean a lot if you check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description below. Make sure to click on the link and watch Me, Myself, and the Void. It's an amazing feature, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Yay! I'm Anna Akana. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I can't emphasize therapy's benefits enough. With BetterHelp, you can have your therapy sessions as a phone call, a video chat, or even messaging, whatever's most comfortable for you. BetterHelp can match you to one of over 30,000 therapists in their network based on your needs, your preferences, and location, which can give you access to a wider range of expertise than may be locally available. Now, to get started, all you do is you fill out a questionnaire that will ask you questions like what challenges you're going through, what kind of therapist you would like, and then BetterHelp matches you with a therapist who can help. In most cases, you'll be matched within 48 hours. And look, I do feel like therapy is like dating, so there are times when you could feel like your therapist is just not a great fit. So if you feel that way for whatever reason, you can switch at no additional cost. It's most important that you have a therapist whose advice and whose help really resonates with you. So join over 4 million people who've used BetterHelp to start living a healthier, happier life. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/Akana and get 10% off your first month. I
took James Clear's masterclass on habits. Here are its takeaways. Now, for those of you who don't know, James Clear is Habit Boy. He is the author of the New York Times bestseller Atomic Habits, which is all about, drumroll, habits. So I still use things that I learned from that book to this day. So I was so excited that he had a masterclass and I could learn more from him. Okay, let's get into the highlights. Start small. Get 1% better every day. If you get 1% better every day for a year, you will be 37 times better by the time you're done. However, if you get 1% worse every day for a year, you decline to nearly zero. So get better or become a zero. An actual quote by James Clear. Goals versus systems. Goals are results, systems are about the process. Goals are short-term, systems are long-term. If you're not accomplishing your goals, baby, you have got to build a better system. Now, if we take stock of all of your current actions, behaviors, and habits, we can actually see what your future will look like. If you don't like what you see, you have to work backwards from your goals and create a better system. So you imagine that goal, you break it up into all the tiny habits that will lead to it, and then you implement a system that supports these habits. Okay, we'll break that down more in a sec, but the big takeaway here was like, don't create a system that's like, this is what my day looks like if I'm operating at my best. Create a system where I can absolutely do this much, even on my worst day. And look, James is clear that life happens. Sometimes we can't go to the gym because we're sick. Sometimes we can't write because work got too busy. But Habit Boy's golden rule is don't miss things twice. If you miss something once, that's an instance. If you miss it twice, that's, you guessed it, baby, a habit. Habits shape our identity and vice versa. So the single biggest takeaway I got from his book years ago is exactly this. Imagine two people are trying to quit smoking and they're offered a cigarette. One person says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. The other says, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. Guess who actually sticks with the goal of not smoking?
Okay. Oh boy. And now we're going to be going into building. I am going to be playing some background music very shortly here. I'm gonna need to call somebody when it comes down to XRP scan. You guys can listen to the conversation. conversation, that is fine with me. Okay. Please give your suggestions with box as we actually start to approach building right now. Trying to grab the XRP ID here. Your thoughts? If the profile icon is eventually going to be an NFT, then more Square-like. Well, when it comes down to it actually doesn't matter. That's literally just personal preference, what you're just saying right there. That's a design preference, what you're saying. Because if something is displayed in front of you, right? I could put it around a circle and I could put it around a square. Whether it's legitimate or not, then it just comes down to the verification method of whether it's an NFT or not. I know what you're saying. A more square-like. Here's the thing, if I wrap it around, or anybody wraps a NFT image within a circle or a square, it's still the same thing. There are some people who have square glasses, and there are some people who have circle glasses. They can still see more clear, but I don't know if the framing actually matters there, bro. I really don't. That seems to be a bit of a non-issue. Maybe it's a preference thing, like if you had the preference, like you could click a button if you want to see squares or you want to see circles, does it make a difference? I have to be honest, I don't think that's a good my thoughts on that is like you may be thinking about it. Yeah, preference is fine. Yeah, if you want to have a preference of squares or circles, fine. Okay, I got you. I will be making a note of that. Give me a second. What's funny is that there's other people who doesn't have as much stake within this platform that I would have completely ignored in regards to yeah, I gotcha. And it's not just me. There's gonna be other people that will be able to. There's gonna be other people that build onto this. Okay. Squares. So square images versus circle images. It's your choice. If you want. That's image ratio problems. I know what exactly. Again, I know what you're talking about. So, for example, we had to change something. So if you actually decide to, let me do this right now. We will make a new post. I am separating something in the Consort SEL, so I have been testing something in Capra. I don't want to show it See this? I can already tell it's a design issue right there, but I'm not gonna fix it right now. Okay. Let's do some XRP news. XRP news, huh? What have I read recently? Because I know that there's still sorry guys. Sorry, not sorry. We are going to be doing an AI post. disseminate the information. There it is. Okay. We're gonna grab this really quick. And eventually you guys will be able to have an AI version of yourself with the box. I will show you literally how the sausage is made with a lot of this stuff, okay? More of your personality with this. And try again. I can show you guys something fun with what you guys will have access to very soon. Da-da. Alright, so let's go. I do sometimes. Let's see. You guys want to hear this? It may not be perfect. Oh, fascinating. Oh, I know what's going on. How did we get here? I was about to give you guys my voiceover with this. One sec. They have changed this a lot. They really have. close this for a second. Oh my god, I just hit a wall. My goodness. Hey Charcoal, how you doing? I'm in the process of you join us at the build section. This is usually the hardest part. Currently in the process of, hold on. Oh, as I'm getting tired here. Oh my goodness. Guys, I need your guys' frank opinion. When it comes to building in public, is it one of those things that we should separate news and information, and then also separate like me building, because then I can dedicate this time? Because whenever I actually start to approach this moment, it feels like I'm hitting a wall and I'm trying to there are certain people that actually are within the community that are actually able to work with this. Oh my god. And it's this is ridiculous. I really don't care. I really don't care with any of the information that you're saying. And I know I should have updated something. Hold on. I have to put this on a different screen. In order to make this work. I will be back tomorrow, but this is an interesting new problem. But I want to get this done and show you guys something, because you guys will have access to this. Okay. I will now show you guys something. Woof. There's an API that's like specifically with this. You guys are gonna hear me. It's not me, okay? This is an AI that you're about to hear. Okay? It's an AI that we're about to hear. One, the SEC's tug of war with Ripple. So, here's the thing. The SEC can't seem to let go of XRP. After losing ground back in July 2023, they're appealing that ruling which dialed down their grip on crypto, specifically XRP. Why? Because if XRP's sales on public exchanges aren't securities transactions, that might just nudge the whole crypto market a little further away from SEC's jurisdiction. Ripple's not out of the woods yet. But this case, it's shaping the playbook for crypto regulation moving forward. The stakes are high, folks. 2, Bitwise's bold move. The XRP ETF in a flex of institutional muscle, Bitwise Asset Management filed for a spot XRP ETF. Imagine a direct line for everyday investors to get in on XRP action without the crypto wallet drama. It's a big move and a sign that despite the SEC drama, Wall Street might be warming up to the idea of XRP. We're watching closely because this is the kind of move that could elevate XRP beyond the crypto crowd and into mainstream portfolios. 3. Market Mojo, XRP's wild price projections. Now, the price predictions. If the analysts are right, XRP might just rocket to $22. For context, that's a massive leap from current levels, fueled by optimism and maybe a little FOMO. With the SEC case nearing what could be a critical turning point, those bullish forecasts have some legs. This is about way more than price. It's about XRP gaining some major validation as a long-term hold if things play out in its favor. 4. Ripple's $125 million slap on the wrist. Ripple's legal bills aren't exactly light. In August 2024, they got hit with a $125 million penalty for selling XRP tokens the SEC didn't like. Think of it as the price of paving new ground in crypto. But yeah, it's a costly road. These legal tussles aren't just Ripple's problem, though. They're setting precedents for the entire crypto industry, and Ripple, with its bring it on attitude, is leading the charge. 5. Enter Built on XRP, the Antibot Pro Finance Social Hub. Now, here's where things get spicy. Built on XRP is a new social media platform built specifically for the crypto and alternative finance crowd. It's not your average social feed. Here's what makes it stand out. Box token power. Forget about the usual likes and follows. The Box token rewards real engagement, complete KYC, and you get Box tokens to start. Engage authentically, and you keep earning. No bots, just people making real moves in the finance space. Reputation as currency, users build their rep based on accurate predictions and high impact posts. Got a solid track record? People can tip you with Box tokens. This platform actually rewards expertise, not just hype. Antibot. Fort Knox. They've locked this place down with XRPL wallets and KYC protocols. To infiltrate, bots would need to go through setup hurdles that are way beyond your average spam setup. It's like a gated community for finance nerds. Revenue sharing XRP style. Half of what the platform makes converted into XRP and distributed to active users based on their engagement scores. It's a win-win for users and a way to align incentives with the crypto space. In short, Built on XRP is gunning to be the go-to for crypto and alternative finance chatter, minus the spam bots and inflated metrics. And with XRP at the center of all this, it's got the potential to disrupt not just social media, but the way people engage with financial information online. So yeah, the XRP ecosystem is brewing something big. Keep an eye out, because between the SC Showdown, Bitwise's ETF Dreams, and a no BS social platform on XRP, things are about to get interesting. Now, when I say that's crazy. Yes, I'm going to tell you something. Yes, it does speak similar to me, and this is going to be one of the things that we are going to be providing to Box users as well, with the way that it's trained. And when I say to look into the box, I'm not. You know what? You know what? All right, we're doing it again. Before I close out, let's have some fun. Hey. I'm not kidding here, okay? This matters. With Box, you're able to look into the box. I want everybody to have the ability to take advantage of these resources. If we have technology over here that's actually able to... Okay, sorry. I was getting excited. If we have technology over here that's able to do a lot of the work that you don't need to do with your personality, your likeness. Why not take advantage of it? But Kai! What about the humanity? What about the authenticity? Look! The train has left the station. It is crazy cool. Now, the question is, do you want it? Is it for you? Hashtag subscribe. But even then, we're still in the early segments. There's a lot of opportunity for the early adopters of Box, that they're going to be able to take advantage of a lot of these early technologies that a lot of people won't be able to. And there's still going to be things on your guys' end that you guys have to decide on, because I refuse to take responsibility for any of the consequences. If you decide to look into the box, buy to try, I'll tell you something. If you understand that you don't need to pick up your own phone anymore, Chris, Stoffer here, they're like, bro, Box is a vehicle, but the way that you use Box and the software and the solutions that we provide, that's on you. I will always say this. I will always say this. The way that you use our technology is on you. We're a media platform. It's easy for us to have a conversation right now, but quite honestly, God damn, there's so many ways to one solution leads to a different problem. Hashtag I got 99 problems, right? Many people have 99 problems. Technology is an agnostic tool. I will always encourage, yeah, take advantage of this technology. But you need to be responsible because you have no idea how it can change your life. I don't know. If you start using this for your phone calls, if you start using this for your social media, if you start using this for XYZ, I don't know, you're going to deal with different problems. That's beyond. I mean, like, we can have conversations, but yeah, you'll be able to use this. You want an AI version of yourself? I am real. This is the authentic Kai, okay? But we've reached a point that I even have to say that out loud. It's wild. It's wild where we're at. And it's even Box, it's similar to X / what used to be known as Twitter, but it's a focused community that does not focus on the propaganda of a singular person. It's supposed to be more decentralized over time. Just because I build it, I'm not, again, I'm interested in the success. I'm not interested in being in control, if that makes sense. I'm a service leader here. That's also why I'm trying my best here. Things are starting to move quickly over time, but it took a while to even get to this point. Ugh. Right? Okay. It's 5 o'clock Central Time. I'm gonna probably be I'm not gonna be going on live tomorrow. I want to go live on tomorrow, but I need a day to actually focus on building more with this. That I can just focus. I'm gonna be back on Monday. And I'm also gonna be making a new page to distribute. How have you guys been liking the experience so far? Please let me know. I've been able to fix the audio, etc. Yeah, it's looking very nice now. It's only gonna look better. Okay? Okay? And it's only gonna get better. Use it to call Amazon support, customer support. I'll tell you, you're gonna have two AIs talking to each other until they decide to hang up the phone. One of the AIs is gonna hang up the phone. Or it's just an infinite loop and then somebody's gonna be all like, what's going on? So funny. That's so funny. Oh. Oh man. I could take a break. Now, I like to end on a more spiritual, holistic sense whenever it comes down to these broadcasts. I really want to. So let's take a deep breath and understand where we're going. Understand where the future is progressing. Okay? Oof. Things are looking good, but there's still things to be done. Things are looking good, but there are things that still need to be done. That's just the game of life. And honestly, I would not have it any other way. Not at all. I'm happy that you were able to join me. Whether it be earlier in the morning, or more so the afternoon, or toward this evening here. We were able to make some progress, and I got distracted, had to make some moves on other ends in order to progress the platform. We will slowly start to get guests. It's probably going to be after Thanksgiving. You're going to see more faces. Not just me. I mean, I trust you guys love to hear my voice and see my face, but there's going to be more people that are coming into the box. Can't see other public comments. It's because you're on Twitch. It's because you're on Twitch. You can see more people if you're on Box Live. Like you literally have to click live. Like, you'll get it. But I do appreciate that you're able to also watch this on Twitch. Because if you're watching this on Twitch, if you're watching this on YouTube, again, if you're not watching this on Box, you're not going to be able to see the whole thing. You do not get the whole scope of what's going on. We want to be able to build on Twitch. We want to be able to build on YouTube. But what is so important is being able to build on top of the box. Love you guys. And being able to be a service leader for this community is invaluable. Subscribe, whether it be on Box, preferably on Box, or on Twitch, or on YouTube. Let your friends know what's going on here. You are literally at the ground floor of a major movement on our end of things. There's a lot that's going on in the world, and many people have their own vehicles for this movement, for this new world order. So, with that, y'all have a good night and take care, okay? I appreciate it. Till Monday.